How's it going, everyone? This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Mortal Online, 3rd era. And so today, this is the 0.27 patch that SV released a few days ago. And so I want to talk about some of the things that I really liked about this patch. So the first thing I want to talk about is the friends list. So SV has done quite a bit of fixing the way the social window works, and so now it's possible to add people who aren't online onto your list, and that's one of the things that I've been requesting, I've been hoping for a long time. And so I want to begin by adding a few people that have asked for me to add them to their list, or to my list, sorry. So the first one is Dover K. This was one of my viewers who asked me to add them to my list. So as you can see, it no longer says you can only add a friend who is online, it just says send a friend request. And another person is Sheet. So that's one of my viewers who requested that I asked that I add them to my list. And so I do apologise as well. I've been basically busy with a few things lately, and so I've not been releasing videos as frequently as I do normally. I normally do one video on Wednesday and Saturdays, but because of I've been busy, and also I've been doing quite a number of things with my other characters, and so I've not been I've been away from making videos. And so one of the things I want to show you is I've been making some pretty interesting, actually pretty useful food here in Tindrem. And so one of them is the fried pig. Now this one I actually made with pig meat and also tallow. And so this is a food with very high nourishment values. And so this is something that I can eat, whenever my weight drops below fit. Let's say if I go to lean, I can eat this food and it will take me back to fit. And also I have made the fried pig with rice, and this is basically another variation of the pig meat. It has high stamina nourishment values. So as you can see on my nameplate, I've got the stamina reserves, and this has been increased quite a bit, partially through this food that a friend gave me, but also I've been eating some of this, and as you can see, the stamina nourishment is much higher than normal pig meat. Now right now it's doesn't seem to be very high, because my character Tibers doesn't have a high taste identification skill, and so he's not able to discern the full extent of the stamina nourishment, but yeah, it does have very high stamina nourishment values. Okay, so a few things out of the way, and also the other thing that SV has, I think, changed with this patch, and that would be the taming out in the wild. So SV has made it so that if you go out and tame a mount in the wild, there's a chance that you will have exceptional, like a 10% boost to all its attributes or something like that. And that's something that you can't do from breeding. So that incentivizes people to go out and tame mounts. And so I think with these changes, and also with the mine changes, so SV has made it so that the mines no longer give off ore, but it will only boost the amount of ore that a player can mine if it's near the mine. Hope that makes sense. So if you're standing near a mine, I think the amount of ore that you collect will be increased. Yeah, so these changes, I think with this 0.27 hotfix has been rather good. So I do applaud SV for what the work that they put in to making this hotfix, and so I hope that they keep it up. Okay, so I've got a few things I want to do. And so one of the things I'm going to do in the long term is I'm going to go back to Sarducaa. There's a dungeon there that I want to explore, and so I'm going to try and prepare as best as I can. And this is, by the way, this is an armor that I made, but halfway through I decided to give up because it was, this takes up too much resources. So at first I was going to make Tindrem plate, but after a while I decided to just go with the Caladian lamina, which is still pretty good, and of course the new shield. And I do have a one-handed great blade in my bank, so I can use that as well. Okay, so you might be wondering, why have I got a new set of armor? Well, the reason being is that I recently died here in Tindrem. I got killed while I was mining. Sorry, not mining, I was hunting for resources, and so I got killed while I was doing that. Yeah, so so I had to make a new set of armor, and that Tindrem plate was something that I man, what's going on here? A lot of players. So yeah, I was making Tindrem plate, but then I decided to switch to lamina, Caladian lamina instead. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking I just want to go out and scout out a bit and see whether there are any new players that could use a bit of help. And maybe I should eat a bit of food first. So as you can see, my stamina reserve is going up. Always be careful when you're going out. Oh man, frame rate's going down really low. I'm getting 11 frames per second right now. I don't know why, but so it seems like a quiet day, and it's going to be nighttime soon. Alright, so I guess on the way I'll just talk a little bit about what's been happening. So Starkania has been busy mining calx and granum, and he's been enjoying it because, as you saw in the previous episode, he was going around, he's looking at all the different ores that are available in Tindrem, and he was able to collect pretty much everything that he needs: sapura, granum, and he didn't manage to get calcs, but he did get quite a bit in his spare time when I wasn't recording. So Starkey has been enjoying mining, and so I think I'm going to base him in Tindrem now instead of Dooley. As much as I like Dooley, I decided to put him in Tindrem instead. It's just easier for him. And Tyler's as well, he's been training up his botany, his wood cutting, and it turns out that there is dapple wood in Tindrem. Actually, if you go and cut all the different kinds of wood inside the Tindrem Plaza, or even in Tindrem Gardens, you will find that dapple wood is very much easily available. And of course, dapple wood is one of those kinds of wood that is very good for making shields. I hope I don't get killed on this trip. Actually, there's been a increase in the number of, I think, in the number of PKs. Or it might just be that I've been in Tindrem for too long. Yeah, I've been in Tindrem for quite a few weeks now. So it might just be that I've been in there for too long and saw too much action. Because I do see a lot of people getting killed on a day-to-day basis. I should take a less direct route, shouldn't I? Not a good idea to be in the open. There's always that risk of getting killed. Oh, basil. I could use some basil. Cool. How much did I get? 29. Okay, so with the 0.27 changes, hopefully we'll see a lot more people mining out in the wild now, as well as taming, because I think people will want to get mounts with that exceptional 10% boost to their attributes. And by the way, those exceptional mounts cannot be bred. I think that's what it says on the patch notes. Or something like that. But anyway, it just means that you can't get it anywhere else except in the wild. It's like a nice house. I wouldn't mind having a house of my own. And the only downside is there's no furniture system yet, as in you can't decorate your house like you could in Ultima Online. So, SV, I think, Ultima Online still has a long way to go in terms of making this game a bit more immersive, I suppose, and more complete. There's nobody out here today. No, I thought there would be a lot more people, but maybe it's just the time of the day. I don't know. Okay, so as I go to Dooley, I will keep an eye out for any new players or any innocents that might need a bit of guard protection, because that is one of the goals that I've set for myself when I started playing, basically doing the Let's Play videos. I had several long-term goals in mind, and so that's what kept me going. And so the other one was exploration, basically finding out the location of every town and as many dungeons as I can. So I had a picture in my mind that I was going to be a escort, hired mercenary who would guide players or assist players getting to one place to another. I better rest up. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch of stuff in Dooley, so I can go there and resupply. I love it out here. Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that Tindrem has virtually all the resources that I need, all in one location, or in one relatively small area, then I would have stayed in Dooley. But yeah, I've always liked Dooley better. It's my city of choice, my first preferred town. Yeah, but I suppose I can always come here and just hang out whenever I don't need to be re-geared, and only go back to Tindrem when I need re-gearing. Okay, so put this down, and okay, I'll need to take this with me. Yeah, I'll take this with me as well. Might need it. And I'll take 20 calamine, 20 water. I've got a lot of niter. And 20 sulfur. And we'll take 20 of this as well. Then just hope I don't lose all that stuff. Okay. Alright, so I will continue in the next episode, and we'll make our way to the bridge, and then we'll cross it and we'll go to Sarducaa. So hope that you would join me on that. So as always, if you could please like, comment, subscribe and share. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care.